Game number 71 tonight as Boston enters it on a 4-game win streak. And last time they knocked off one of the hottest teams in the NHL who won their last 10 straight in the Calgary Flames. Tonight they're in Edmonton as they finalize this 4-game Western Canadian road trip, if you will. But Edmonton, among one of the better teams in the Pacific Division, they have a great young talent by the name of Connor McDavid, former Boston Bruins Chris the Crippler Benoit Pouliot, former Boston Bruins lead skates Milan Lucic, and all wrapped in a tight, neat bow under the leadership of Peter Chiarelli, who traded, the first and second picks of, I believe, the 2010 draft. Correct me if I'm wrong. I forget the actual date. It's midnight over here, for crying out loud. So this is the Bruins Recap Show, and we'll see how this one goes. Start things off in the first period. 2Ks, Tuukka Rask. He takes on Cam Talbot, who's been a workhorse for the Edmonton Oilers. I think he's played about 62 games now, which is just insanity. 11 goals scored in this game, so not a lot of talking in between or about the goals individually. Just going to run them down as quick as possible here. Edmonton starting off the scoring party in the first period. It's Patrick Maroon, Bruins killer of the season, on the power play set up by Jordan Eberle, 1-0. He'll get another one immediately after on a weird bounce magic play by Connor McDavid, 2-0, second of the game. 5 in 2 games for Maroon against the Bruins this season alone. And then Edmonton will go up 3-0 here as Chris the Crippler Benoit Pouliot, too soon. He gets a wraparound by David Desjardins. He's right out front, tips it in, makes it 3-0. But Boston will go on the power play, and it is Torrey Krug keeping it in over to Ryan Spooner, who gives it down low to Brad Marchand, over to David Pastrnak for power play pasta, one-timer extraordinaire on the power play, 3-1 Boston. A little bit later on, it's Brad Marchand getting number 37 on the quest for 40 as the Bruins were changing, but Zdeno Chara goes around the net, finds Patrice Bergeron over to Brad Marchand, kicks it from his skates to his stick, has himself a cup of coffee. He has that much time. And you thought that Boston had a chance. But then Edmonton will score again, making it 4-2. And I believe the name Sleepyhead, I don't know. I'm not good with names. You should know this by now. But he gets the rebound on a Connor McDavid rebound off of a nurse shot. Makes it 4-2 after 1. And 2 fights in the first period, though. That was entertaining. We go to the second period, and Edmonton again on the power play. I think they had about 7 or so in this game. It was ridiculous. It seemed like Boston just breathed on them the wrong way, and they were going off to the box. But this one ends up in the back of the net. It's Drake Cagula. As Nugent Hopkins takes the shot, it goes behind Rask, and a burial from Caligula. That's the night for Tuukka Rask. He's out. Anton Khudobin, who played last night, is back in. Boston will again be shorthanded, but say no more. Dominic Moore gets the shorthanded goal. A lot of time and space for him. He hits the backhander, makes it 5-3. And again, Boston back within 2, but it's Leon Draisaitl on a bad turnover by Adam McQuaid. He takes it down, makes it 6-3. And then they'll make it a 4-goal lead as Milan Lucic on the power play again. He gets one right in the skates, kicks it in, makes it 7-3. Boston will get a power play goal of their own a little bit later on from David Krejci with a little give and go between him and Brad Marchand. But that's your final, 7-4. No goals scored in the third period. This is an ugly game, top to bottom, for the Bruins. The good news, they did offensively stay with the Edmonton Oilers for a majority of it, keeping it close, getting it to within 1, at one point or another. Just not good on the defensive end, whether that be fatigue or any other excuse you want to throw out there. I mean, granted, you got 4 out of 6 points on the roadie. A lot of help today, but still, got to be better than this. You don't want to see any more of these games. Get this out of your system. Put it behind you, because you got a big one coming up on Monday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see you then on the next Bruins Recap Show.